I just never really understood why Mexican restaurants, you go with a group of two, or three people, maybe one, but they give you chips and salsa. And I'm not opposed to getting, free food ever, really ever, to be honest with you. But, like the restaurant's point is to you want to be hungry. And I know that there's the appetizing psychology or whatever, when you get food, you're more hungry. But sometimes I feel like when I have so much chips and salsa, I don't even want to eat. Because, you fill up and you're socializing and you're wondering about what, Timmy, promotions was like. But, I mean, in reality, you're just sitting there filling up, and then you get something like, if I didn't have chips and salsa, I'd probably order 6 chicken tacos instead of 4. So I think Mexican restaurants are losing a little bit. I think they need to take away the chips and salsa if they want to make more money. And that's just my take on things. I could totally be wrong, and that's totally okay. And I think I don't know. Welcome to episode 61 of the Dominick Joseph podcast. It has been about 7 weeks since I've seen all of you last. Wow, what a 7 weeks. I got to go to New York to visit my girlfriend's family, which was awesome. Got to do a lot of amazing things, and I'm super thankful I was able to do that. And then I got to take some time off and focus on a little bit of vacation, but we're back. And shout out to everybody who's from, Tuscarora. Much love to all you guys. And, if you guys are listening, I had a great time and I can't wait to be back. And, everybody, I didn't get permission to say all your guys' names on here yet, but thank you. Thank you for, having me and supporting and being there. But, episode 61, we're back. And I got to do some things back in New York that I've never done before. And this is kind of a deep turn to what we usually do, but I just wanted to share what I learned. I went to my first Al-Anon meeting. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Al-Anon is like AA, but it's for people who have been around alcoholism in their life. I'm not a person who has drank or anything like that before, but I've been around it, my whole life. And going to one of those meetings, I think, is really good if you guys have been around alcoholism. You just go there and kind of say what you've been through. No judgment. And I just think it was really well done. It was by my girlfriend's auntie, and she put on a very great meeting. And very, very worth it. I woke up and I didn't really want to do it. It was one of those things, and but I went, and I want to go all the time. So if you ever want to share your, if you ever gone to Al-Anon before, or maybe AA or anything like that, and you want to share your story on here, my number is 425-320-3641. Feel free to call into the show using that number and say, hey, this is what I learned. But I'd really be interested to see what you guys have, what you guys learned. And I think it's, really, really a good thing for everybody to do. So let's log in here. I'm just on the computer. I'm starting to use more of the computer on the podcast. I hope you guys like that. It kind of makes it a little more fun, because I know a lot of people like to look at things and hear things, but what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to log in to this voicemail, because some of you guys have left a voicemail, and we'll get to those here in a little bit. But if you remember really, really hard enough, like a long time ago, Snapchat had this thing called three best friends. Snapchat, would have the three best friends. You could go look at whose friend was your best friend. Now you can't do that. You could see the emojis and kind of be like, oh, that person shares the best friend. But back then, I used to be able to go look at my, my cousin Snap and say like, oh, I'm on his best friends. What, cool. And man, Snapchat must have got some complaints because, there's some people probably seeing like people's best friends like, hey, man, I thought you hated Lisa. And now she's on your best friends. Girls starting fights, You were talking shit about Emily the other day, and now she's on your top 3 best Snap friends list. What's up? You ain't invited to my quinceañera. Or, you ain't invited to my bat mitzvah or my, you ain't invited to my birthday party. You're also not invited to my family's Easter Sunday service, because you have, Emily on your top 3 best friends. I don't know. I can just imagine that it was really, really hostile a little bit, when I had 3 best friends. I don't know. I mean, when I was on Snapchat, I got on when it was blue and it had the old, the old stuff, it was blue. Couldn't really do anything. I remember I was on it before you could like send videos. When you could send videos, that was whoa, And then I remember when stories came out, those were weird. And then I remember the Snap, when the chats were available, when you could swipe left and, like talk. I didn't get it because they would like leave and I'd be like, you got to resend that. Now it's just like second nature. I kind of want to delete my Snapchat a little bit. I mean, I don't really know why. I don't really use it enough. But I mean, I might as well just keep it, right? I'm also not part of the Bitmoji gang. I'm part of Team No Bitmoji. If you're Team No Bitmoji, yeah, dude, you gotta be Team No Bitmoji. Yeah, bro. I also look like I'm like a serial killer, I bet, on Snapchat. Because when, I just got that yellow avatar, so people are like, who is this? I look like a guy out of, the guys who maybe they stand in front of a car dealership with a sign and they're going crazy and they have like that little morph suit on with the sign. That's kind of what I look like. I don't know. I just don't really want to get a Bitmoji. I think it's just because everyone else has one and I'm trying to be hipster or something. That's all I don't know. I wish it was more socially acceptable to chew with your mouth open. Because it's fun. I'm not going to chew with my mouth open in front of this mic or in front of this camera. But, next time you're eating something alone, just chew with your mouth open. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit fun to me. It almost brings me back to the prehistoric days. Because, cavemen didn't, probably have manners. They probably said, yo, we're going to eat this fucking deer leg that's burnt to a crisp, and we just got to eat it. And I know we're not cavemen, and I know people like to eat like cavemen. Like, people like started doing the paleo diet. And I don't know if that diet makes it pale or, it's good for you, but I'm not going to eat like a caveman because you know why I'm not going to eat like a caveman? Because we have fucking supermarkets now. Because we have fucking fast food restaurants now. Do you think if cavemen had fucking fast food restaurants, a Little Caesars, a Walmart, they would be fucking eating whatever the fuck they were eating? I fucking doubt it. If I gave a caveman a fucking Oreo, you think he's going to be like, yeah, man, I'm good. Yeah, the fuck. No, he's not. He's going to eat the Oreos for fucking days until he gets sick, and then maybe he won't like them. But I don't want to hear, I want to go back to eating how we used to. Don't get me wrong. Actually, I should retract my statement. because I do like to eat from the land and the berries and the fish and all that. I do. I really do. But if you were introduced to sugar, which we all were, every single one of you who was listening to this has had sugar in your life. As much as you're going to try to argue with me about that, too bad. You probably had a fucking Gatorade 2 seconds ago. Maybe you had a Gatorade last gas station you went to, so you can't say you haven't had sugar. It's hard to go from a sugar diet or having sugar in your life to going all the way back to the cavemen where they literally had meat and berries. And don't get me wrong, meat and berries are good. But once you're introduced to sugar and carbs and things like that, it is very, very difficult, I'm sure, to go to just berries and meat. So, if I introduce the cavemen to sugar, carbs, McDonald's, Dairy Queen, you think he's going to choose the meat and berries? No. He's going to go get a job at a fucking tire industry. Maybe, he's going to be a grease monkey for a little bit. Or maybe he goes and he's a grocery bagger. And then, he'll get his minimum wage. And then he'll be maybe depressed. And maybe he'll want to go to takeout. He's not going to be able, anyway. It's just, I wish it was more acceptable to chew with your mouth open. But it's not. It's not. I mean, I try. I try to, when I'm alone, just to smile and laugh a little bit. And then sometimes I get grossed out by myself, so I try to stop. But I don't think I should be judged by that. I really don't think I should be judged by chewing with my mouth open. You could, like Theo Von said, you could judge me all you want until I just don't want you to judge me no more. Or I don't like it. Or until it's to my liking, he said. Yeah, judge me all you want until I start getting butthurt, and then you should stop. Butthurt. Butthurt originated from a show I used to watch, which was Workaholics. I mean, I still like to watch it, but I say used to watch because it's no longer, new episodes aren't coming on. And man, that show was awesome. And no one cares about your fucking cat either. Yeah, your cat on your Snap story. We don't care about it. As much as you probably don't care about my Snapchat stories, I definitely don't care about your cat story. I'd rather watch somebody on my story post a song that they're listening to than see someone's cat. It's just how I go. I mean, and that might be rude. It might be really rude. But you know what else is really rude? Me calling out these people that I'm about to call out. Your birthday countdown on your Instagram story is just another way to letting people know it's your birthday because you're scared that somebody low-key isn't going to tell you happy birthday. So you slowly putting on your birthday countdown for fucking 6 days before your birthday, I think is low-key, just really low-key insecurity. The birthday countdown's a little bit of insecurity, I think. But we all have them. We all got insecurities. I'm not going to sit here on my pedestal and act like I don't got insecurities. I talk into a mic every week. I don't know where that stems from. I just think insecurities are kind of an evil thing. But when people act like they don't have them, that's the problem. Everybody has one. Maybe you don't like the way you look in your, your overalls. Or maybe you don't like the way your incisor, tooth, I think is like the sharp one on the corner, like the vampire one. Maybe you don't like it how that's a little bit dull. It looks more like a head of an eraser than a like a candy corn. But I think as soon as you acknowledge them, it gets a little bit better. And that's just how this podcast goes, man. We could be laughing and then we could just be talking about insecurities. And that's how most conversations are. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody and you're just sitting there, having a great conversation, and then it just takes a turn? Then you just start hearing shit you don't want to hear. And then you just get bummed out. I'm not trying to bum you guys out. I'm really not. But I'm just saying that's how conversations kind of go. And I think I'm just talking my mind because I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. And that's why I just try to jump around, Just as, I jumped around this morning. I didn't have a jump rope or anything, but, I kind of jumped up and had to get up and get into the shower and had to get ready for this meeting, and the meeting didn't even happen. So I'm jumping around, cleaning. I'm not really jumping, but, I'm kind of moving. And Bill Withers came on. If you guys don't know who Bill Withers is, he's Lean On Me or Lovely Day, Lovely Day, Lovely Day, Lovely Day, Lovely Day. I think I can legally play like 3 seconds of Bill Withers. Here, let me play some Bill Withers, like really quick. This is Bill Withers. We'll just do the 3 seconds. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Damn, man. Whoa, when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Oh, man. I just totally exposed I'm missing her, man. I just played Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. Oh, man. I totally exposed myself. My girlfriend's currently driving back to New York. And, yeah, she left yesterday and missing her. Just missing her. Love her. But, yeah, just, Bill Withers, I miss that guy, too. He has some good music, and I'm ashamed I'm ashamed you got me. I'm ashamed when I listen to an artist more when they're dead. I'm ashamed. I did it with Prince. I did it with Bill Withers. I did it with, who else did I do it with? I guess I listened to Soundgarden after their guitarist died. I just feel guilty. I feel really guilty about it. Like, I was like in the car when Michael Jackson died, and, the radio came on and said Michael Jackson died, and then I started listening to him. I feel ashamed. Does anybody else feel ashamed when they start listening to more artists like that? When they die? Doesn't it feel a little bit gross? I don't know. If you've grown up in a house of siblings, which I'm sure, a handful of you have, and maybe a handful of you haven't, but, you had cousins or you had friends or whatever, there's always no hot water in the shower, says the person who was in there showering for 30 minutes. So say my brother was in there and he goes and showers for 30 minutes, and then he comes out and it's steaming, the whole bathroom steaming. And I'm like, okay, well, there's probably got to be some left. And I get in there, there's nothing. So I, have to do a 2-minute cold shower where, I get the soap and I'm going quick and I shampoo real quick and, get everything, every crevice and shit. And then I walk out and I say, there's no hot water. And he's like, well, there's no hot water for me either. I'm like, dude, you're still steaming and it's been 5 minutes. I could feel the heat from your head from the hot ass water. Just tell me you used all the hot water. You don't got to lie. I can't even see myself in the mirror because of the steam, bro. Turn the fan on. There's always no hot water for the first person who tries to, be there with you. It's like the person who would get hurt when you got hurt so your parents wouldn't get mad at you. Maybe you punch your brother and they start crying and then you start crying too for some dumb reason, like because you tripped or something, or you're trying to fake an injury to be hurt too. Oh, yeah. Or you tackle him, right? So me and my brother would tackle each other. I'd tackle him and be a douche older brother, and he'd get hurt. And then I'd act like my arm hurt too, so we'd both go in acting like we're all sad and hurt and crying. And then we both get yelled at by either my mom, my auntie, or cousin, or whoever the fuck was watching us, And, oh, man. If you want the hot water, here's the solution for all the people who want hot water in their shower. Be the first person to wake up. Plain and simple. Plain. Just simple. You get up earlier, you get to spend more time in there. But if you're the fifth person to fucking take a shower, don't be crying around that you don't have any hot water. Man, I was notorious for complaining about not having hot water, though, but I'd be like the fourth one in. Or the third one in. Now I'm like, fuck, let me get the first, I don't get that, man. It's one of those things that, you just got to grow up with people in your household to notice that, I think. And it's weird, And also, don't be claiming you're from the beautiful Northwest. If you're from fucking Oregon, bro, I'm just going to say this now. I'm sure there's a lot of great people in Oregon. There are a lot of great things and probably really nice places to go. But Oregon has always been the dollar store Washington to me. And don't even get me started on Idaho. Idaho is like, what is a dollar store's alternative? Like a Big Lots or... No, Big Lots is better. I don't know, man. It's hard to talk shit about a state I've never lived in, even though I always do talk shit about Oregon every chance I can get. But, oh, man. I'm just going to stick with it and stick with the crap I'm talking about Oregon but one time I did go there and I did have a good time. I've been to Oregon a couple of times and I've had an okay time. So anyway, I guess I retract my statement. You could say you're from the West Coast or Northwest if you're from Oregon, because you are. But don't be claiming you're better than Washington. How about that shit? If I hear another Oregonian, and can we get rid of the ins at the end of the states? Washingtonian, Californian, Chicagoan, Oregonian. It's just boring to me. I don't personally like it. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird, like, when you're playing basketball in the street with your friends, his dad, got a basketball hoop in the cul-de-sac or in the road. And you have to wait because a car's coming by and you have to stop your game, and it's like 7-8 and you're down one, and it's just starting to get to like the point where you're trying, and then the car comes and you got to like stand and watch. That's what this year feels like. You're sitting there waiting for the car to go by after, you're about to get your point in basketball, but now you got to wait. That's what it feels like. It's that awkward wait. Because 2020 has been a hard year, and we can all acknowledge that. But 2019, 2018, 2017, and 2016, and 2015 and 2014 may have had their own struggles as well. Yeah, we didn't have a pandemic or smoke in the air, but they definitely had their own challenges. But 2020 is definitely leading those challenges right now. And I know a lot of people's topic is, they like to just shit on 2020, which is, they can. I don't really care, but I think 2021, I'm optimistic, and I hope it's going to be a better year. But we all know the person who, barges in the conversation and says, well, you got to put your mask on before someone else's mask. Like the airplane analogy. If you guys heard that airplane analogy from someone, you got to put your mask on before you could put theirs on. Okay. I get it. Har. It's another har joke for you, if you ask me. So right now we are at the 25-minute mark, and I have something I want to talk to you guys about. This is actually an ad. This ad comes from Playing Pink Clothing. Playing Pink Clothing is a company my cousin just started. It is a clothing company. Playing Pink is a brand new clothing page and is just starting out. They sell rework clothes and new t-shirts. As of now, everything is one of now. There will be new items uploaded weekly, and we'll be offering additional items upon request through DM. I will do shipping an additional $5 and accept Facebook Pay, Venmo, and Cash App. And then if you guys are looking to find this page, it is at Playing Pink Clothing. So that is PLAINGPINKCLOTHING. And that's on Instagram. That is actually run by my cousin Matilda. Please go check out some of their stuff. Really great stuff they have going on over there. I'm glad I could do the shout out for her and everything they're doing over there. So I just did an ad on my podcast. And that we're getting there. Every day, you compare yourself to the day yesterday. Compare yourself to yesterday's Dom instead of maybe yourself 3 years ago when you had an 8-pack. Because if you wake up and you're gonna be like, man, I was so skinny back when I was in 5th grade. It's like, duh, you were skinny when you're in 5th grade because you only had Lunchables and you ran around all day. Now you got responsibilities and shit. Maybe you gotta take care of your work, or you gotta fucking do something, You don't have time to go to recess 4 times a day. So remember that. Compare yourself to yesterday. And also, I hate to burst everyone's bubble on here and make them really upset, but your childhood favorite album was, I'm 95% sure it was ass. Your favorite childhood album, chances are it was pretty bad. Mine, I can't sit here and act like it wasn't. Mine was Hollywood Undead Swan Songs. That was my favorite album as a kid. I didn't know what they were talking about as a kid. I just thought it went hard. Now I listen to it and, it's not a bad album, but it definitely wasn't the greatest album, because in my head, though, it was amazing. And I know I'm going to get a lot of people who say, well, my childhood favorite album was Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller, or Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. And okay, you guys are the 5%. Those are decent albums. But don't act like you didn't listen to Big Time Rush or, something like, I don't know, the Disney track for Lizzie McGuire or something like that. Something really, really, really broad, or not broad, really, really niche, Or your Punk Phase album wasn't, yeah, your Green Day album probably wasn't that good. But I hate to burst everyone's bubble about that, because I didn't really want to come on here and just, do that to you. So before we get to the last part of the show, I actually got a voicemail from someone named Arnold. So let's get this and listen to this and see what's going on with Arnold. Play video, or play voicemail.
Hello, my name is Arnold. I'm an avid watcher of your podcast.
Okay, so we got an avid watcher of the podcast. I haven't heard anybody's name. I haven't heard an Arnold name since I was about 5. So here we go.
I just love all the content you post, and my mom lets me watch it sometimes, but you swear a lot, but I don't care. I just go hide in my closet and watch it anyway. And I'm just a kid trying to fulfill my dreams, and you inspire me so much. Keep posting the great content, Arnold speaking. And thank you so much, Dom, and I love you, and I hope to hear back from you, please. Good night. Love you.
Okay, this sounds fucked up that I'm laughing. But that was actually a voicemail that was not from a kid named Arnold. It's actually from a former guest, Mike Leslie. He was on it. I don't remember what episode number he was on precisely. But he called in acting like somebody. And when I first listened to it, I didn't know, the first 2 sentences. I was like, oh, this is really sweet of this kid. And then I just typed in the number that called in the voicemail, and I hit, it was Mike's number. And, shout out to Mike for that one. That was pretty funny, man. You got me off guard. You got me a little bit. But it creeped me out a little bit when you're like, I just hide in my closet and sit there and listen, and I love you. And that was fucking nuts. Anyways, that was a good one. Remember, you guys can always send in voicemails at 425-320-3641. And that is Cuatro, Dos, Cinco, Tres, Dos, Cero, Tres, Seis, Cuatro, Cero, I believe. That is my Spanish. Me gusta español. Yo me gusta español. Okay. But Modern Warfare 2 EMPs were a little bit overpriced. I think they could have been at least 10 kills. Because, yeah, EMPs can cancel, the Pavlos and AC-130s and chopper gunners and shit like that. But you can also shoot those down with, like, your RPG or your Javelin that has vehicle lock on, So I think that in Modern Warfare 2 EMPs, that's what I'm talking about. Modern Warfare 2 EMPs could easily be nerfed to at least be 12. And I think if we had 12, I think they should be easily nerfed. I think they're just like a big counter UAV to me. There's a lot of people out there who are the counter UAV guy. They'd rather, counter your UAV than have the UAV. Because UAVs are pretty easy to shoot down. But if you have one, it's a difference maker. But the people who cancel them, they're different people. I like to use the TAR-21 when I played Modern Warfare 2. But I think they were just a little bit overpriced. Just a little bit. Maybe 13 kills. Because I know that AC-130 was 11. I think Chopper Gunner was 12 or 11 or 9. No, Pavlo was 9. Dude, getting those in the care packages, though, and someone would steal your AC-130. Oh, no. So, like, you get your care package or your emergency airdrop, and you have an AC-130, and, you get killed, and then you have a cool teammate who just runs by it, is like, oh, that ain't mine. Then you have those teammates who just try to steal your care packages, man. Fucking dicks. Fucking dicks, man. Video games, man, it's just keep your Fortnite wins to yourself, though. I'm guilty. But you got to keep those to yourself. Because some people, hey, man, this is for all my young high schoolers out there. Your crush that you have on your Snapchat probably doesn't want to see your Fortnite win. Just saying. You never know, though. You never know. They might, I don't know. High school was a hard time. You're figuring shit out, and you think your high school classes are hard, but they're not. And, you'll get through it. There's not a lot of hard classwork you're going to do in high school. I mean, I say that now, and probably most of you are doing higher math than I've ever done. Because I remember when I was in high school, I did Algebra 2. I think that was the highest one I did, or pre-calc. And I fucking... Dude, I did not do good in that at all. You want to know what song helped me, though? Oh, dude, I got a song for you guys. I think I'm allowed to play this one. I don't know if this is... Oh, is this it? Mapping the graph to the triple R sound. No, I don't think I could find it. I'm going to try one more time. Triple R math song. Is this it? That is definitely not it. I apologize for playing that lame song. How about, this song helped me learn the electromagnetic spectrum. This song right here is a banger. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to play this because I don't think I can get in trouble for this one. It's by Emerson Wu and Wang Yan. This song right here. We'll just play a little bit of it for you guys. Oh, shit. Oh. The electromagnetic spectrum is just a name. The range of radiation, let me tell you what they are. Radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiation, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays. Oh, from the TV station, from your living room. This is Dom Joseph Podcast. It was my mom. No one. It was my mom calling me, ruining the jam, Mom. Calling me right in the middle of my show. Right in the middle of my show, Mom. I'm playing my game. Don't call me when I'm recording. I told you not to call me when I'm recording. We all know a kid like that. Oh. Man, Mom, I said I wanted the traditional pizza rolls, not the pepperoni. Ugh. And I also like the ham and cheese Hot Pockets, not the pepperoni. Ugh. I don't like the natural pizza pockets. I don't want the whole natural Rice Krispie treats that are healthy. I want the bad ones. I want the Snapple that has the glass bottle. Not the plastic. It's not as cold. Oh, man. We all know one of them, man. We all know one of them. You know, I grew up doing a lot of chores. A lot. You know, I mean, not like a lot where, like, you know, it was like abusive or anything, but, like, you know, my mom made sure we knew how to clean. And it did definitely help when I moved out on my own. But, you know, when I first didn't know how to do many things, and I still don't know how to do many things. I'm 22 years old and I'm still learning, and I'll be crabbing, or I'll be doing chores or something with my older cousins, and it's mostly my older cousins who are telling me things that I have to do. You know, and they start with, all you gotta do is blank. And every time I hear all you gotta do, it's always really fucking hard for some reason. All you gotta do, and then they just spit out 3 sentences of things I've never done before, and then they say, then do it. And then I'm like, fuck, you know, I don't know what to do. Oh, man. If you ever heard that one, though, all you got to do is, and then it's just the hardest thing you've ever heard. Well, all you got to do is dig into the Earth's core, you know, and then grab the lava and then bring it up back to the surface before it cools down. And while you do that, you also got to hold it with one hand with your eyes closed. And also, I need you to save somebody on the other side of the world and get back here by 2:00 p.m. next week. That's all you got to do. What? That's all I got to do? Why can't it always just be like, all you got to do is just put the paper right there? And then they point, and there's something right there to put the paper on. It's never like that. It's like, here's a piece of paper. Go turn it in past that labyrinth. Like, go through the labyrinth? Yeah, all you got to do is just, take a left or right. Well, yeah, I know what a labyrinth is. Okay. And then you do it, and then you get yelled at. That's, oh, man. Isn't that something? All you got to do is blank, and then you do it. Oh, man. I can't stand that one. What else we got here? Okay. Before we get into these, I'm going to look up some stuff. Let's go. Top news headlines of the day. Top news headline of the day on okay, I did NBC News last time. How about we go to like something crazy? Let's go to Yahoo News. Something you guys can't really be all butthurt about because Yahoo News is already suffering. Yahoo News. ESPN reporter responds to sexist comment about outfit. Oh, let's see here. ESPN's Mariah Taylor has perfect response to misogynistic comments about her Monday night outfit. Oh, wow. People really have shit to say for nothing. This girl's just wearing a blazer. She's like a grown-ass woman wearing a sports blazer. Oh, my God. People just need to stop with the fucking what are you wearing shit. Like, it's 2020 and we're still not over the what are you wearing? Are you really wearing that out? Like, dude, at this point, I hope, people could just walk around like Tarzan one day. Cover your areas. I'm not saying walk around naked. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, just quit fucking commenting on people what they're wearing, man. If you don't like the color red and that someone's wearing red in front of you, are you going to call them out and say, oh, you shouldn't be wearing the color red because my cousin, he didn't like the color red and he has a red phobia. And, when you wear red, it offends me. Well, guess what? I fucking like the color red, bro. And then it just doesn't, it's just always going to be. So, and that's the news headline of the day. That's for Yahoo News. That's their thing. I haven't been to Yahoo News, and I just went in the Yahoo News, and that's what they were talking about. So that's what we're going to talk about. Let's do one more because that was cool. Let's go to, I guess we can go Seattle Times because that's where I'm from. We'll go to Seattle. I bet you it's going to be about smoke. Okay, Seattle Times, local news, sports, and weather. Loading. So wildfires updates. Yeah, this one says checkpoints burnt down, eerie quiet, the slow reveal of Oregon wildfires damage. Okay, I'm an asshole. I shouldn't have been talking shit about Oregon because they're going through it right now. Yeah. So there's a lot of smoke going on over here. If you're on the west side, stay safe, stay in. Definitely stay in. It's not that hard. You can do push-ups until the gyms open back up. You'll be okay. Maybe do something. Pick up a hobby. Indoor hobby. This doesn't have to be forever, just, one-day hobby. One-day hobbies are kind of like clean your fucking toenails, or cleaning your room and finding like the Rubik's Cube and then playing with the Rubik's Cube and not even cleaning your room. That's a hobby. I've done that one before. Play a board game. But I was playing a board game. I was playing Uno, and I wanted to play some Monopoly, but we never got to Monopoly. But if you're playing Uno and you chose, you throw your wild card down and you say yellow. Out of all the colors you could have you chose yellow. Nobody ever has yellow. Nobody ever has yellow in Uno. So when you say yellow, everyone's like, oh my God. You ever get that? Did anyone ever notice that? Yellow. Oh, man, nobody's got yellow. And then someone has to change it right away. Everybody's always loaded with the red and blue cards all the time. Nobody ever has like a handful of yellow. I've never played and someone be like, look at all the yellows I have. They never have yellow. And I know that's the point of the game to, pick the color. But if you pick yellow, man, you're the only one with yellow. And that's the point of the game. But just know everybody is butthurt that you picked that color. And I just think one of the best feelings you could get other than love is getting spaces in Monopoly without having to trade. So if you get all the red spaces without having to trade, you land on all three of them. That's one of the best feelings in life, I think. Yes. You ever had that before? That's a good feeling right there. Man, I love that feeling. I always try to get, I'm not even going to tell you guys what color. I think I've already told you guys what color I try to get. So I'm not going to tell you again. Yeah, I'm not telling you. Nope. I'm not telling you. If you guys want to roast, you guys want to roast someone. I thought of a roast for my hometown. It's like, bro, your McDonald's still has flippable menus, bro. You guys don't even got the TV yet. Don't even come at me because you guys don't even got the good menus yet. Y'all still got to get up at 9 in the morning. You got to go turn it. So don't come at me. That's a roast right there, I guess. If you're at McDonald's, you should order the Dom Joseph meal. Yeah, the Dom Joseph meal, man. It's the $1 cheeseburger with no onions, sometimes no ketchup. That is the hitter right there, man. Those little onions, they're not needed, man. The Dom Joseph meal, man. It's the $1 cheeseburger with no onions, and then I get a fruit punch, or it used to be high C, but I don't think they got high C no more. So I'd get a $1 cheeseburger with a high C and maybe some nuggets. Put the nuggets on the burger. That's the Dom Joseph meal right there. Go to McDonald's and tell them, Dom, or he put a plant and then a name. So put like what's my favorite food? Say watermelon, or no, he said cactus. Say cedar. Steve sent you. No, Cedar Dom sent you. Yeah. Tell him Cedar Dom sent you. And then you'll get that $1 cheeseburger with no onions and then a high C. But yeah. Last thing before I leave, I just want to give a shout out to JT and Quinna Hamby, driving out to New York. I love you guys, and drive safe, and I hope you guys enjoyed everything here. I love you guys. This was a long episode, but my last thing I want to let you guys with is it ain't hipster to like sushi, so quit acting like it is. It's been episode 61 of the Dom Joseph Podcast. Remember to keep listening, and thank you guys so much. Have a great one.